how are you? Today is our 6th class on polynomials. In all the previous classes, we have learned about many facts of polynomials like remainder theorem, factor theorem, factorization, etc. And lastly, we have derived the result relations between the zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial, right? And what was the result? The result is if alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, fx equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equals to 0, then alpha plus beta, that means the sum of the zeros equals to minus b by a. What is b and what is a? B is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square, right? And the product of the zeros is equal to c by a, where c is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. Clear? That is, the sum of the zeros is minus b by a and the product of the zeros is c by a. Okay, and there is another result which we have to remember, that is a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are alpha and beta is given by, that means suppose there is given two zeros of a quadratic polynomial, okay, and we have to derive the quadratic polynomial. Then what will be the polynomial? That will be fx equals to x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Okay, so if we know the zeros, we can derive the polynomial also. Clear? Now we will solve some problems based on these results. Okay, so let's do start. Problem number 1. C. Find the zeros of the polynomial 6x square minus 3 minus 7x and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So there is a polynomial. What we have to do? First we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. Okay, then we have to verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. So first of all, let the polynomial be denoted by fx. Fx equals to 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. We can write it as 6x square minus 7x minus 3 because it is the standard form, right? Now to find the zero, we have to solve the equation fx equals to 0, correct? That is fx equals to 0, which implies 6x square minus 7x minus 3 equals to 0, correct? Now to find the value of x, first we have to factorize this, right? If we factorize this polynomial, we can find the value of x. So see, it is a quadratic polynomial. So to factorize this, we have to find two integers whose sum is 7 and product is 6 into 3, that is 18. Okay. Now think two integers whose product is 18 and sum is 7. See, 9 and minus 2. These are two integers. What is the sum of these integers? 9 plus minus minus, that is 7, correct? Sum of 9 and minus 2 is 7, and also sum of product of 9 and 2 is 18 or minus 18. So we can write here 6x square in place of 7. We can write 9 minus 2. Clear? 9 minus 2 means 7. Now multiply by x minus 9x, here minus minus plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now see, 6x square and minus 9x. What is the common term between these two terms? We can take common 3 and x, right? After taking 3x common, what will remain? 3 2s are 6, means 2, and 1 x is taking as a common part, so another x, correct? Minus, if we take 3 common, 3 3s are 9, so 3, and x is taking out as common, so 2x minus 3 is remaining part. Here what can be taking out as common? No is common, so 1. 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Now see, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. This is common in both terms, so take out 2x minus 3. Remaining here 2x minus 3 is common, so remaining is 3x, and here remaining is plus 1. This is 0. Now see carefully. 2x minus 3 multiply 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Right? That is, the multiplication of two terms is 0. If the multiplication of two terms is 0, that means one of this term must be 0. Right? If one of this term is 0, then the multiplication will be 0. Otherwise, the multiplication must not be 0. Therefore, either 2x minus 3 is 0 or 3x plus 1 is 0. Correct. One must be 0. Then the product will be 0. Okay. So 2x minus 3 equals to 0. This implies 2x equals to 3. Implies x equals to 3 by 2. Here 3x plus 1 equals to 0. This implies 3x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 1 by 3. So we get the value of x, one 3 by 2 and another is minus 1 by 3. Therefore, the zeros of fx are 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 3. Correct? So we have find our zeros 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 3. So one part is completed. Now next we have to verify the relationship. We know that sum of zeros equals to, what is the sum of zeros? 3 by 2 plus minus 1 by 3, right? That is 3 by 2 plus into minus means minus. Now LCM of 2 and 3, 2 multiply 3, 6 is LCM. Now divide 6 by 2, 3 2s are 6, 3 multiply 3, 9. Again divide 6 by 3, 2 multiply 1, 2. That is 9 minus 2, 7 by 6. Correct. Now see, we can write minus of minus 7 by 6. Right? Because minus minus plus. So here minus 7 means, see the polynomial. Minus 7 means the coefficient of x. Correct? And 6 means the coefficient of x square. That is minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, which is our derived result. Right? See, coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. So the result is verified. Another, product of zeros. Product of zeros. Product of zeros is 3 by 2 multiply minus 1 by 3. These are the zeros. So multiply plus minus minus 3 multiply 1, that is 3, and 2 multiply 3, that is 6. See, minus 3 is the constant term in the polynomial and 6 is the coefficient of a square in the polynomial. So another result is also verified. Clear? So this is verified. Now next problem number 2. If the product of the zeros of the polynomial ax square minus 6x minus 6 is 4, find the value of a. See, if the product of the zeros of the polynomial this is 4, that means you are given the product of the zeros of a polynomial and we have to find the value of a. So first of all, product is 4. Let the zeros are alpha and beta. Okay, we assume that the zeros are alpha and beta. Therefore, product of zeros equals to alpha beta equals to, we know by our result that product of 0 means constant term by coefficient of coefficient of x square. Here in the polynomial the constant term is minus 6 and the coefficient of x square is a. Okay, but by given condition in the question it is given that the product is 4. That means alpha beta equals to 4. It is given. So minus 6 by a equals to 4. Right? By cross multiplication, 4 multiply a, that is 4a, minus 6 multiply 1, that is minus 6. So a equals to minus 6 by 4. If we divide both numerator and denominator by 2, 3 by 2. Correct? So the value of a comes as minus 3 by 2. Clear? Next I am giving you some problems to solve as your assignments. Okay, number 1. Find the zeros of the polynomial five x square minus 4 minus 8x and verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. This is same as the first problem, so do it yourself. Next, number 2. See, if x plus a is a factor of the polynomial 2x square plus 2ax plus 5x plus 10, find the value of a. See, here x plus a is given as the factor of this polynomial and we have to find the value of a. Remember the factor theorem? Factor theorem states that if x plus a is the factor of this polynomial, then f of minus a must be 0. Right? F of minus a must be 0. So find f of minus a from here and make it equal to 0. then the value of a will be kept. Okay, so here we complete today's session. Thank you everyone.